Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Swindon't you forget about me. Now, you'll remember exactly where we are, so I don't need to tell you. The next game that we're going to play is at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers before we take the long European trip all the way up north to Dundee, where we will play. Oh, and their best players suspended, and we've already won 5-0 in the first leg. Lol. Well, let's do it then, shall we? Let's just bloody do it. Now then, Savinovs is not staying in the side, unfortunately. What can we do otherwise? Let's give Aksoy another game, because he was angling for some playing time, so let's let him have some. Serapio can get on the bench. I'm going to give Jair a break and let Perez play. Chavario can come in as well. And I think that's probably... Beckham's playing very well. Alberto, I think he'll come on in this game. And do we have Sherhu? Yeah, we'll put Sherhu on for Fall, because Fall was tired. I should have put Fall on the bench, but whatever. Now, I have just basically woken up. I recorded the last video. I went to bed. I went to bed, and now I have woken up. I am going to do this video straight away, first thing in the morning, so that I don't disturb Masha. And I have got myself a coffee. I am currently just waiting for it to finish brewing. But before then, you're listening to early morning uncoffeed Ben, and therefore any yawning / moaning that you will hear, that's why. Now, I noticed in the other semi-final, they played their first, oh dear, good save from Aksoy. The first leg of the other semi-final was played. That was Haifa versus Chelsea. Chelsea won 3-0 in that game. You can just hear me pouring out my coffee now. Chelsea won 3-0, so it looks like it's going to be an all-English final at St James's Park this season. A Europa League final between Swindon and Chelsea. Now, unless Haifa turn it around, and they would have to do that in sensational fashion at Stamford Bridge. So it seems unlikely to me. Or alternatively, Dundee need to be able to turn it around at their home ground. I see that as also being unlikely, but let's see. In the meantime, the league seems to be basically... Oh, hang on, that's a great ball. Wilmot crosses, and it's an own goal from Rossi. Puts us up to 5th. We've got another game. We've got a game in hand over Tottenham still. Although I believe that game in hand is against Man City, so who knows what we'll do with that. And we also have to play United. But yeah, we are now up in 5th. The opportunity to catch Chelsea is still technically there, although they've still got a game in hand over us anyway. So to me, it seems quite unlikely. Still an outside chance that Chelsea could win the league, I guess. Oh, Wilmot now. Can we capitalise on some bad defending? Ball's in. Beckham scores. He's in a sensational run of form, and we are 2-0 up against Wolverhampton. Swindon up to 5th. 62 goals scored. Not bad. We should be scoring this amount of goals. That's where I want us to be. In terms of conceding goals, we're doing pretty good. I think we would have been higher had we not sold Blackler to Arsenal, but that's the board's decision, and I can't do anything about it, so I won't. Now, Rossi, Casado playing around at the back. Riedel, lovely play. Bit of a swig of coffee there to get us rolling. Bourgault up to Pelletier. Felipe's ban was extended by 2 games, despite the fact that the red card was apparently controversial and unfairly given. So, I don't know, make your own conclusions. So he'll be out for the next couple of games, which means that Pelletier will play out of necessity. Anyway, he's doing very well. I looked at his stats, and I don't remember if I did it on camera, but I looked at his scout reports, and they no longer say that he's going to be a leading midfielder. Like previously, they had been saying that he's basically going to have his stats circle thing was going to be basically like that. Oh, Wilmot. Oh, but lovely follow up there from number 11. And we've injured him, taken a man off. But yeah, it basically suggested that he was going to essentially be the perfect midfielder. I've been playing quite a lot. It's not like he's not had much game time, but he doesn't seem to have made the progress he needed to when he was younger to really hit those heights. Doesn't mean that he won't be an excellent player, but he's no longer predicted to be the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know whether that's true or not. He's still only 19. And so that means there is sort of 3-4 years left. Well, 2 to 3 years where he'll be growing quite a lot, because they usually go quite a lot until they're about 21. So there's a lot of time for him to become decent. But yeah, at the moment his progression seems to have stalled somewhat. Provost, we didn't get a red card for Wilmot, which was a surprise. Novotny's been injured. Becken has got a yellow card, and Becken and Novotny's got a yellow, so is Becken. Good. So who's going down? It looks like the bottom 3 are pretty much wrapped up at this point. Leeds and Southampton have pulled away. Western also have done, although it's a shame to see them down there. Hopefully they will spend some money and start to push up the league again. I'm going to take another bit of coffee now. The good thing being that we don't have to worry too much about the second leg of the Europa League game, because we're pretty much guaranteed to go through. I'm going to play Alberto, give him a run out after his injury. I'm going to play Serapio, give him a run out. And I'll play Brunfilov because I like him and he needs to get some game time. Yeah, the plan for next season is that Riedel will drop back into being the third choice centre-back, and it'll be Jair Serapio at the back. I'll sell on Brookfield for some money, hopefully. And that'll be how the defence looks. And yeah, the key now is to try and find another striker, because I've got another striker coming in. I didn't show you him yet. I'll just show you him next season. I think I need to get... Oh dear, Provost has had an absolute battering from our players today. Don't get sent off as well, Paletti, please. Good. Yeah, I'll just show you him at the beginning of next season. There's no point in doing it now. We also need a better right winger, I think, because we have struggled a little bit in that position. Especially was it this season we had that sort of weird run in the middle of the season where we had no wingers and we had to play Gilic there. I think that was this season. It might have been last season, but it's still an issue anyway. Wilmot's free kick goes straight over the bar. Nice little bit of coffee with its almond milk, of course. Ortega up to Serapio. Great ball, but he would have been offside, I think. Ingram, Hughes. Provost has had a strong showing. He's been injured for basically 90% of the game. It feels like, anyway, and he's still playing on. That's pretty good. Asamoah. Terrell. Oh, how did he carry on with that? Provost is doing very well. I have to do a bit of sort of, especially Charlton, because Charlton have been in the league for a while. When they get relegated, I shall do some cannibalisation of their squad. Try and find, they will almost certainly have one at least player who's half decent. So try and bring some of those guys in. Them, Ipswich and Norwich. I'll also try and... Oh, unlucky Paletti is injured there, or at least he's off the pitch. Might also try and have a look at these teams, 13th to 17th, try and find any of them who have a decent player who might come to us for slightly cheaper than somewhere else. Who knows? As long as they're not English, they should be cheaper. Oh, goodness me, I'm sorry. Wilmot to Perez to Novotny. Novotny turns his man, gets his shot away, but it's saved by McKenna. 2-0. That's a result that I'd be happy with. I was thinking this was going to be tougher than it was. I think we fairly comfortably beat them. Yeah. Almanai. Aksoy. Wilmot heads the ball on to nobody. And that's surely the last kick of the game. Basically it is, yes. Swindon wins, but in truth it was a poor match. Calm. Well done, lads. Who is it? Shehu played man of the match. That's very good to see. Who's this Prevost fella? Fuad Prevost. Oh, he's 35. Yeah, that's why he's good then. When have they? Oh, they've had him for years. Yeah, he's a good player. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, we've made the booking list. Charlton have had 71. That's 2 a game. Charlton have been relegated as well. That's a shame. That's a very strange situation to be in, I guess. But the other 2 teams have games to play left. And so do Leeds. Unlucky Charlton. Down you go. Man, that was a big yawn. Anyway, the exciting time comes now. We're going to take that big step to the final of the competition, the Europa League. And then we're going to have to take on, in the next video, Chelsea, who are, the 1 place above us, 7 points ahead of us in the league. They've drawn 2 less games than us. They've won 2 more games than us. Dundee. So this could be the end for Norwich. Is that not German Ramirez, the player that I signed? Oh no, he's not. I think I tried to sign him. That's a shame. Anyway, he's been fired. I do not want the Charlton job. Thanks, mate. I think it didn't tell us what the results were for that game. Okay, Norwich lost 2-1, meaning that Norwich have also been relegated. So there's just Ipswich left to try and, salvage. Bloody hell, Charlton have drawn 15 games. Man, that is very poor. Ipswich have won 7. Considering they were doing so badly, those 2 teams have done all right to still be in it with 2-3 games left of the season. Anyway, let's go up here. Pre-match press conference. Players are professional. It's going to be a struggle. We're going to come out on top. I'm going to make sure there's certainly aware of the possibility. That's another one of those questions that I don't know the answer to make it 100% of the time guarantee me a positive reaction. Still up. And then here comes... Oh. That done anything? No. Yilmaz has become professional. Okay. Dagenham and Redbridge are 14th in the championship? That's pretty good. Crawley Town's promotion push has stalled. You'll remember I was a bit obsessed with them earlier on in this season, but no, they have stalled, and so now it's just the normal boring teams. I think we're going to see Cardiff coming back up to the Premier League, having already. Did they win the League Cup this season? They've been on a bit of a great run of form in terms of just being overachieving for their sort of position in general in English football, on the game at least. Hang on a second. Where is Mr. Johansson? Up you come. Becken is not going to play. I'm going to play... Am I? Yeah. Going to play Roy. I'm going to play Fall out on the wing. Pelletier is going to stay. He's going to Paletti stay. No, he's not, because we've got to have him for the league game against City. And do we have any under 18s who can join us inside again, other than Savinovs? No, but we'll just put Savinovs in the squad just so that we've got 7. Gilic, Branfilov. I'm going to play Branfilov, and I'm going to play. Where is he? Oh, he's already in the squad. Perez. Yes, that's fine then. Let's do that. Submit. Ortega's a bit tired, but that's okay. Okay, so they're playing now up front. Connor Hamilton alongside. Oh, he's pretty decent. I mean, I'd say he's almost as good as the lad who got. Oh, hang on. He's almost as good as the lad who got Rennie. Don't get complacent out of that. I have faith. They should be able to win this quite easily. Started with Novotny again. That's fine. Perez to Branfilov. I want Roy to get the top goal scorer in Europe. That's why he's playing instead of Becken. He, I think he needs 3 to become the joint top scorer, and maybe another 1 after that to become outright scorer, or maybe it's 3 to become outright scorer. I can't remember. We should expect. Oh dear, I was going to say we should expect to weather a storm at the beginning of the game as Dundee fight for their pride. Oh, and injure our players, but it's not seemingly going to materialise. McAlpine easily saves the free kick. Tran, the terrible Moroccan striker. Roy, good header down to Wilmot. Wilmot now got some space to run into a little bit. He's got 2 men on him. Branfilov misses. Dundee United have gone to a more defensive outlook at 5-0 down on aggregate after 25 minutes of the second leg. Pathetic. Perez, Tran saves off the line. He's finally done something useful. Musa fall to Branfilov. Falls, great cross. Stoner, McAlpine. You could see a conspiration to score an own goal there, but it didn't happen. Roy, he's gone past 2 men there, lovely stuff, but his shot goes over the bar. 28 minutes gone and we haven't scored. It's not a worry at all. I'm fine with that. The cross nearly goes in itself. Tran fouls. The pressure is being slowly ramped up by Swindon't here. Wilmot's free kick over the bar. It's a bit of a procession in terms of stats so far. Don't know why we're not playing in red. I don't think the orange and black... do they play in orange and black or orange and white? I can't remember. Anyway, Wilmot, great save from McAlpine. David Gardner fouls Felipe. Gardner, I thought he'd been sent off then, the way he disappeared off towards the north of the map, but he's not staying on. Riedel gets away with a warning. Excuse me. A comfortable first half in which we could have had 4 or 5. Okay, good. And then calm. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. Roy not playing well there, of course. But it's fine. Becken can come on in the next game and reclaim his spot as the second striker alongside Wilmot, who's also not really doing very much to stake his claim. But that's fine. This is slightly different than normal match. Felipe up to Novotny. Novotny doesn't go past his man there. Bourgault across to Felipe to Branfilov. Branfilov went for the shot, but McAlpine saves easily. We have a very tired fall, so we're going to take him off. Let's give Alberto a game. Roy doesn't get to continue his efforts, and Chavario can come on as well. Those are the players that we'll need to freshen up for the City game, so let's do it. .63 minutes gone, 0-0 up in Scotland. It's a professional job we're doing. If we could just get 1, that'd be nice. I thought Alberto was going to just be on the heels of the striker there and defender there and snaffle up a goal, but we didn't. Have they even technically had a shot yet? I don't remember seeing one. Yes, they have. It wasn't on target, of course. Wilmot to Felipe. Felipe to Bourgault. To Branfilov. Alberto was surely offside, but it was a good finish. Now the goalkeeper has to slowly walk back to the goal. Come on, thank you. We don't want to watch all the shit. McAlpine up to Tran. Perez gets there easily, takes the ball off of him. Felipe, we start another attack. Can we at least make one of these count? Branfilov to Gilic. Gilic, what a finish. Lovely stuff. We are 6-0 up on aggregate. This is the second. Did we go through with 6 on aggregate against Galatasaray? I think it was. I think we won 5-2 at home and then 1-0 away. This time round, 5-0 at home and then 1-0 away. We'll take it. It's been a fairly dominant European set of performances by Swindon't this year. Oh, good effort there. Bourgault scores. Is that his first goal for Swindon? Yeah, Bourgault scores his first ever goal for Swindon in the Europa League semi-final second leg away at Dundee United. Great finish as well. Tackles Tran. Shot from outside the box. Lovely stuff. Okay, so we are 7-0 up on aggregate. The Dundee United fans are going home. Surprised they came in the first place. Riedel over to Callahan. And we're just seeing out the game at this point. They got Roddy. They got Harding. Oh, is he going to score? No, Johansson made a great save. They nearly had a chance. That was the first shot on target of this tie. That's nice. Rowdy Roddy, Stuart Roddy, McDyde, Callahan. Come on, we all know the result now. Let's just crack on, please. Strange. Was that a shot? Does that count as a shot in the game? No, the game didn't even count that as a shot. That's how poor that was. Ortega to Branfilov to Felipe Wilmot. Great ball through to Alberto. And in the last 15 minutes, we have turned on the style, and we are now 3-0 up. Great play from Wilmot and Alberto together there. Lovely stuff. 3-0. We are 8-0 up on aggregate. That is a dominant two-legged tie performance. Could we get a late fourth, just to really crush the Dundee United hearts? Hamilton to Tran, tackled. Oh, Alberto. Mr. Roddy, what's he going to do? Oh, they nearly had a terrible effort at saving that from Johansson. Not sure why he wasn't able to hold on to it, but whatever, he didn't. Stone fouls on the edge of our box. Just winding down the clock here at this point. They've got that 18-year-old Cathro fella on again. Wilmot's injured. That's not good. It's all over. Swindon Town are in the final of the Europa League, having beaten Dundee United 8-0. What a strange sentence. Well done. Bourgault got man of the match with possibly his first. Was it his first ever career goal? He scored 2 for Bruges and 1 for Heerenveen, Willem and Genk. He scored his first goal for Swindon Town this season in the Europa League, and that's great stuff. Great stuff. Now, the final. How do I find the final? It doesn't show you it here. So I don't know when the final is. Swindon given £608,000. We've won in the Europa League semi-final. Oh dear, I see a injury for... So it's, when is it? Doesn't tell us. All right. Wilmot is out for 3 to 4 weeks because of a damaged kneecap. Bugger. Just what you want before coming up to the final run-in for the season. Pleased we got the victory. It was a brilliant bit of play from Gilic. Lovely goal from Bourgault. I completely agree. Wilmot's out. Yes, it's a big loss, but we're just going to have to do our best. And so I won't be playing any more league games on the channel this season, except for the game prior to the final. So it'll probably be Burnley that we play next. I think, depending on when the game falls, it's most likely that it's going to be... It might be the Saturday in between there, so it might be Man United and then the Europa League final. But I'll see you when I know more. See you later then, guys. Bye.